Not very many people leave me with like lasting things, but that I will always remember happiness is a choice.
Thank you.
I literally,
Score.
I tell the kids that, I tell the
Yeah.
adults that, I literally tell anybody I'm involved with, like when they're going through something, oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
You need to choose to be happy.
Yeah.
Everything you feel is a choice.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
ever since you said that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to choose every emotion that I'm feeling. Yes. Welcome to the Wonderland Effect. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here, thank you for being A1 since day one. As always, please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel because the channel is nothing without you. And I have a very special guest, a returning guest, you guys. So go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for coming back.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so tell them who you are.
Okay, so I am Chantal. My Instagram name is Chantizzlers. That's my model name. But I'm also have my career in the alcohol industry, so I'm a big businesswoman in many aspects. But yes, I'm so happy to be here today.
Thank you for coming. I feel like we have so much to catch up on because you've just been so busy.
Yes,
Like,
busy.
I don't even know where. Well, congratulations on the new car.
Oh, thank you,
Yes,
my
congratulations on
Mustang.
that was like the first thing that I saw, and then congratulations on the venture outside of what you were doing.
Yes.
Now you're your own boss, correct?
Yep. So I left the place I was working at for 9 years.
Yes.
And just, it was time.
Yeah.
And when it's never good to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And when you need to elevate, it's like, okay, I've reached the top of where I am and what I'm doing. Time to take the next step. So I took the next step, and I'm happy I did.
But I feel like when you took that step, and I don't know if you feel like this, when you took that step, you also took a forward step in your modeling career, getting more active in different movies and
Yes.
skits and stuff. So like, I feel like your growth has been parallel with both businesses.
Thank
that
you.
You've been doing. I don't know if you did that on intentionally.
Yeah.
but-
Everything now, because I've been taking certain steps, is happening because I'm able to take those steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I worked hard for many years to line everything up. And then I was like, okay, it's time to jump. It's time to go in. So everything's aligning, but it's because I put in
The work.
many years of work. So there's a big misconception. I think people have a misconception of working hard and being a business person.
Yep.
This is two different things. When you're working hard, that's awesome, but a business mentality is very, very different. So everybody now is just saying, oh, big business. I'm like, you're working hard, but the reason you've plateaued and you're not moving up is because you need to change your mindset to more of a business mindset. So yeah, either you learn or you don't, and it's okay as long as you enjoy what you do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I think speaking on that is because funny thing, I feel like that's been the turn of events with me recently, especially this year. I've met a lot of people that I didn't expect to meet. I've been blessed to talk to people that have podcasts and are turning that into lucrative businesses, which I took that as a sign like, okay, it's time for me to really turn the mindset into more focus on how to make it work smarter, not harder.
Yep, exactly.
And it has been, first off, I went back to school. That was hard.
Yeah, that is hard,
That
but good
was
job,
hard.
good job.
And I graduated this month.
Congrats.
Thank you. And will I do it again? No.
Yeah. But you ain't got to.
No.
You
But
ain't got
I
to.
bit off a lot. And I don't know if you could relate to that, but I bit off a lot of stuff. And I had to do a recap of how it felt. Because I think when we're thinking about taking on all these things, now this is like an entrepreneur. I want you guys to experience it, but do it smart.
Yep.
Because when you do things out of order or without strategy, it turns into a mess. It's like you're struggling to keep on one thing. You're holding on to another thing at the same time. So I had what would you call it? It was like a moment of doubt in myself because here I am, like I finally got my podcast and you've been with me along the journey, so you know. And then I felt like I was falling off because I'm in school. And I'm like,
you know, so to bounce on that, for me also, when I elevated to the next step of what I'm doing, when you elevate, there's this weird feeling of, because now you're like, okay, I'm the best at what I'm doing right now. I'm doing so good. So now it's time to take the step. You take that step and all of a sudden you're not at the top anymore because you're at the new step of the new beginning. So you have that moment of doubt where you're like, should I have done this? Was this the right choice? And that's okay. So I had that same feeling as well, mainly because also in the level of business I'm in now, I work in a male-dominated industry, and yes. But I love everybody that I've worked with, all the people I've made connections with. There's a lot of hard things being a woman in a male-dominated industry. But there's incredible men out there that help women, that are like, you're good, and I don't care what anyone says, I'm going to help boost you up. And shout out to the men who do help the women, because we can do it on our own. But unfortunately, it's still a man's world. As much as I hate to say that, but there are incredible men that stand up for women in male-dominated industries.
Agreed.
So when I've elevated, I started dealing with issues with other women that didn't know. And other women in business, especially when you keep moving up, there's a weird level of competition in a sense, or like, I'm not the only woman anymore, or I don't know what it is that go through these bitches' fucking heads. Because for me, like, no one's my competition. I'm doing what I gotta do. And I don't care if you're a man, woman, it's irrelevant to my journey and my business. But some of these bitches, man, and I had to let a few of them know that I don't know if you be talking to people like this, but you are not going to talk to me like this. And you have to learn how to express yourself that way in a professional manner. The best thing is business is learn a professional fuck you.
Amen to that.
That's what you got to learn. And it's not emotional. It's not moody. As a woman in business, you cannot be moody because you are labeled as the bitch. You are labeled as this. Labels come faster. And you don't have to do that. It's really just a stress on yourself. You just got to know how to move. I came into the game real young. I've been working almost full time since I was 8. So I have worked non-fucking stop. But yeah, so when you elevate, there is that weird moment of, I'm at the bottom, but then you have to realize that you're not at the bottom, you're starting. It's time to, now it's the next level. So it's not going to be easy, but it means you're on the right path.
I feel like that you have to go through that transition. It has to bring you back down to earth, because when you're the best at something, you're like, okay, I'm the best. I don't have to do this and I don't have to do it anymore. But when you start adding the little extras in, you're like, oh shit, I got to go back to the beginning. I got to fix what I thought was solid, make that solid again, and then I got to keep adding to it. And you're public too. So it's like you got both ends going on for you right now. So how has that been with balancing, the new job plus the new opportunities you've been getting? How has that been?
So that's something I love. I'm a hustler, a real hustler. So it's not anything new to me. It's more just learning how to master my new level of craft, So but I love it. And it's what I always take on more than, what people think you should take on, but you can do it. And also what's great is that you can choose what you want to do as long as you keep picking and going to all the opportunities. And guess what? If someone misses an opportunity, there's no life-changing opportunity. Those are fucking everywhere all the time. All the time.
That's true.
There is not like, oh, I missed my chance, now I'm going to think about it forever. No, especially in the Bay Area, we got shit to do everywhere.
That's true.
From my modeling career that I built and in my career as a businesswoman, there's opportunity all the time out here. We don't live in the middle of a cornfield.
No.
So there's no reason to not take on opportunities, and it's okay if you don't take on every single one.
Because you know
That's
what?
okay.
Let's talk about that, because a lot of people, I see them overworking themselves, and sometimes the collaborations are not something that would be beneficial to them. So how do you differentiate between what is a worthy collaboration and what's not?
That is a hella good question. So you learn through trial and error. It's mainly, the best way to look at it is who's behind it. So coming to this podcast, right? We'll put this podcast as an example. Who's behind it? You're the face. You're behind it, right? Yes. And you hustle. You do a lot. Even if you don't have 1 million followers, I don't care. Yeah. If the hustle is there and I can believe in what's being done, that's what matters. But if you show up somewhere, and I've showed up to places a few times for different gigs, and it's unorganized or people there are just getting fucked up and blah, blah, that's okay to an extent. But if the work is not quality and it's not going to help my brand, there's no reason for me to be here. So I will kindly excuse myself. Yeah. For me, I think because I'm also a self-made model, but I've built my name. And once you build your name, you're able to know when to say no. Yeah. You learn. But you have to build to be able to say no.
You're right.
Because at first, you say yes.
You say yes to everything.
Because you have no portfolio. You ain't got shit under your name. So you're going to say yes to all these opportunities. And that's what you have to do. Yeah. A lot of people now are like, oh my God, my price went up. I'm good. I'm like, okay, that's great and all, but a lot of people who say that are still not fucking getting paid for anything they're doing. Yeah. They are so full of shit, it's hilarious. I agree. And that's okay if you want to be full of shit, but just know you're going to be someone who's going to plateau. Yep. Because when you think you're the best and you get comfortable, you're not the best. Nobody's the best because there's already someone behind you that's gonna come up and do more or do something. Yeah. So it's a big mentality to choose the right gigs. At first, I think you have to say yes to a lot. Yeah. And because you have to learn, you're not going to get paid. People want to get paid all the time. And when you do not have a name or you don't have enough behind what you've done, why the fuck would I pay you? Yeah. You know? I agree. So for me, even now, when I go to certain gigs, I will assess it and I'll say, okay, I'm going to ask for my rate, or is it going to be a collab? Yeah. Or is it, am I helping you build? So I should charge you, but I won't charge you because I believe in what you're doing. Yes. And I'm going to use that eventually and say, remember that IOU? You know, IOUs are real in business. Yeah, and when you do good business with people, it sticks. Yeah. I've had a lot of upcoming photographers that I did that with too, that I could have charged them and I chose not to. And then they blew up because I believed in their work, and now everyone has to pay them $300 deposit, and I will never have to pay them because we have a strong business relationship. And
those are important.
Yeah. So, but also, then when you reach a certain level, you have to know your worth. Mm-hmm. And when there's certain things I won't do unless I'm paid, let's be very clear, I'm paid. Yes, you are. Because I have built my worth and I can show it. I can show you my portfolio. I can show you my reach. I can show you that I need to be paid X amount, because if we work together, I'm bringing more attention and exposure to the project. Yep. So that's when there can be give and take, but sometimes you just have to establish it. So like people will ask me like, what's your flat rate? Like, we need to talk first, you know? But I do have a flat rate now. It is good to establish that. Yeah. But I think that, you know, the game is ever changing. And also for my modeling side, I do a lot of it just because I enjoy it. Yeah.
Well, you always look happy when you're doing it.
Yes.
But I think my favorite thing is when you play the different characters. So like your Halloween content. I look forward to your Halloween content.
Oh, thank you. I love Halloween.
Always. Like, I love when you do the different characters that you play. Especially like what, Beetlejuice?
Yes.
That was my favorite one.
Thank you.
I love Beetlejuice. But I like that you have fun with your craft.
Yes.
With your outlet. Because I wouldn't even say that you're not in one box. So I can't put you in one box. But I do know that you do genuinely have fun with any campaigns that you run. And then I've heard, I think I met like 2 girls that actually did work with you.
Yeah.
And they absolutely love you. Absolutely love you. And, you know, I still to this day use happiness is a choice.
Happiness is a choice.
Still to this day.
Good. Yes. I say it all the time. It's the key to life.
Yes.
Happiness is a choice because it is your choice.
Yeah.
You know, even if you're down in the ruts, if you wake up and say, and realize I'm unhappy for whatever reason because I'm letting whatever that is affect me.
Yep.
Anything you're feeling is still external. And then you just have to realize it. And if you're going through depression to where hormones are, you know, pulling you down and it is internal, the mental will still pull yourself out of it, you know? So you have to remember that happiness is a choice.
Literally, that was the best thing you've ever said to me. I used it today. I was like, yeah, I need to stop choosing to be upset and choose to be happy. Like I think we need more of that though, is like that mentality with life.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you embody that. So how did you come to that conclusion? I think we talked about this before, but I just want to reiterate it because it was so important to me.
Yes.
So let's reiterate that. How did you come to that?
So I realized happiness is a choice because I've been through so much pain. Everyone goes through a lot in life. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of shit. And when you go through a lot of things, you have to make the decision to keep going and elevating, or you go down, but you go down fast. Yeah. So you have to make that choice. And then when I did, you know, one day you just realize, like when you go through heartbreak, you cry, and you cry, and you cry, and you cry, and you cry for days, weeks, months. One day you wake up and you're like, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like, and when you realize that after you can get through such pain, I think mainly heartbreak is what teaches you. I'm a big lover. I'm very selective, but when I love, I devote, you know? And so when you get your heart broken that way, like your world is, you're really actually, your heart is breaking apart. So
and it feels like that too.
Yeah, it does. And when you can get past that, you really can get past anything. But you have, you know, one day you wake up, you don't think about that person anymore. And once you can do that, you realize I can literally get through anything.
And you can choose your way out of there.
Exactly. And so, it's always a choice.
So how are you doing mentally with everything that you've been taking on? How have you been balancing that?
You know, so my previous job that I was at for 9 years, I was working almost 6 days a week, 12-hour days. I know. 10 to 12-hour days. It was insane. And I still, while I was doing that, I still built up my modeling career and everything. So, but at least 3 times a year, I'd go through physical exhaustion. And I would just have to learn how to take naps randomly throughout the day because I'd work a full day, then go to a shoot that, you know, I scheduled, put together, or that I'm booked for. And it's not like, oh, head to a shoot, you know. I had to put the outfits together. I had to get myself ready. I had to make sure everybody's there, location, blah, blah. It's a lot. So mentally, once I got my new job where all of a sudden I'm still working my ass off, but I make my own hours and I'm more of my own boss. At first, it's almost traumatic. You don't know what to do with yourself. I would come home in the evening and I'm like,
I could breathe.
No, I would be like, is this okay? I'm like, wait, am I allowed to do this? Wait, hold on. Like,
can I go to sleep now?
Yeah, I'm allowed to have an evening. I don't know what this is. So it took a while to acclimate to being like, this is how regular people live. What was going on before was not okay, you know? Yeah. And the biggest wake-up call was when I left, I wasn't rich. Yeah. And I'm like, I gave somewhere 9 years of my life. I learned so much, and I had a great time while I was there. Towards the end, things were happening where I was like, you know, it's just my time to be done. But it's just crazy to realize I always know that time is money. Yeah. When you're in business, you know time is money always. But leaving that and then realizing I'm not, you know, wealthy after the time, blood, sweat, and tears, that really made me shift my business mindset also to the next level. to what I'm doing now. I love it. I'm in high-end sales, and it's, this is the highest in my career for what I'm doing, what I want to do. The next step would be owning. The alcohol industry is changing, so owning doesn't really make sense in this category, but I am starting. I'm starting a business.
You are?
I am. And I don't usually take partnerships on. I've been close a few times, but never signed. I'm happy I didn't. Always follow your gut.
Yep.
But me and my best friend of 25 years, and we're both really intelligent women, and we work hard. And we're actually going to be, we're putting together a business. I know I'm excited for it.
That's always exciting.
I know. So on the next time I come on your podcast, girl,
both of y'all be sitting here.
I'm gonna tell you how to become wealthy, because my next big step is, yes, I work hard. I've built my career in what I'm doing in sales and in business. Yeah. I've built my career as a model, which I love. But now it's time to make money in my sleep. Yeah. And the way that the world is changing with AI and with technology, I don't think people realize how much everyone's going to get replaced.
They are.
So you really need to either hold on to a human factor or something that is human related. Yep, exactly. So you're safe, bitch. Good choice. But yeah, so I'm not going to say exactly what I'm doing just yet, because never let a motherfucker know your step.
The evil eye.
You can't give
real.
away too much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'm excited for it. I'm gonna build an empire, and within 3 years I will be wealthy.
I think you just gave me my next season's topic.
Yeah?
Yeah, because this season's all about purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of that, what do you feel like your purpose is in life?
My purpose in life is to fucking live it. I'm here to live.
The fuck out of that.
Girl, I like to live. I don't care how hard I worked in a day. If I want to go out and have fun, I'm going to have fun.
When
and
are you
I do
travel?
have fun.
I want you to travel.
So I'm going to
vlog it.
Yeah, so I'm going to
vlog it.
Yeah, so I'm going to start start traveling more.
Yes.
I went to New Orleans in January.
Yes, I seen that. Looked like you had the time of your life. The
New
recap
Orleans
video was hilarious. That's what this girl's out there. Yes.
Getting some beads, beads. But it was, it's fun. I went to Hawaii last year as well. I went to New York. I went to New Jersey. But I'm going to start doing more now that I have the time.
Yes.
Now that I can do that, So I'm excited. But also with the business I'm going into, traveling will be a part of it. And I made sure that I'm going to be in that. Yeah.
Love it for you.
Yep. So
your personality needs to go out to the world.
Thank you.
It needs to be. It's very infectious. That's the way that I could describe it, because not very many people leave me with like lasting things, but that I will always remember happiness is a choice.
Thank you.
Literally,
Score.
I tell the kids that. I tell the adults that. I literally tell anybody I'm involved with, like when they're going through something. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
You need to choose to be happy.
Yeah.
Everything you feel is a choice.
Yep.
So ever since you said that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna choose every emotion that I'm feeling. Yes.
Good. That makes me so happy.
It's very regulated. I meant to tell you this a long time ago, but I think this is like the perfect time to tell you, because you're here.
My day. Thank you.
And I think a lot of people need to think of it that way. And I just wanted you to tell the story of how you came to the mentality of that, because we get stuck, especially as hustlers.
Yeah.
We get stuck, like you said, in that trauma, that trauma gap.
Yeah.
When you finally start you reclaim your time.
Yeah.
And that's what the rich have, is nothing but time.
Well, they have time because they know the only thing they can't buy is time. So they make sure that they make money in their sleep. Yeah. I've met a lot of millionaires, billionaires, and I'll sit down and I'll pick their brain and I'll ask certain questions. I'll watch how people move. Yeah. And the biggest thing is that it's possible. Yeah. When you're starting a new business, you have to take a huge leap. There's huge risk, but there's also businesses where you get big, return on investment. ROI is huge, and you're able to go into certain businesses where you can make money quick, but you also can do what you like if you set it up right. Yeah. Like I don't need a shit ton of employees. Eventually that will come, but I want a business where that's not a factor, because I've had that. I had 30 employees for 9 years. And that was great, but if I'm owning something personally, I just would rather, wake up and then have my day set. I don't need to worry about who's taking vacation. It doesn't have to be problematic. And that's what part of the business I'm going into that I'm excited for. So yeah, then my next step is
to be you.
Make money in my sleep and to enjoy my time, because I've been busting my ass since I was 8.
Yeah, it's time.
Not 18. From 8, at 18, I ran my own catering business while I was going to college, and then I've never stopped.
Yeah.
So now that I'm able to, I have a job where I can, I can have an evening. I've never had an evening before.
But now you get more time. Well, look at what you're doing now.
Yeah,
you have time to expand into your own business.
Exactly, and I can do it without going through physical exhaustion.
Yeah. Without damn near passing out. Look, my hat is off to you, because after, I work graveyard. So I work 12-hour shifts and then having to go to school right after it. Girl.
Oh, it is tough. It is tough.
Some days I only had like 30 minutes to sleep, and then I had to go right back to work.
Yep.
And I was just like, whoa, this is insane.
Yeah.
But it does make you question, what was the plan behind it? Like, I'll have to remind myself consistently, because I was still showing up here too. So it was like, some days I don't know how I did it.
Yeah.
Like, even my family would be like, I don't know how you're alive right now. And would I recommend it? No.
Yeah.
But there was no way I was going to give up anything that I was doing already.
Good.
I wasn't going to give up the pod. I wasn't going to give up my job. And I wasn't going to give up because I started this. Girl.
And you did it?
It made me realize one important thing. And I forgot this thing. And I don't think I've talked about this yet. If you really want something, you can make it happen.
You can. And so with that, a lot of people will always bring up manifestation, right? If you manifest it, it'll happen. If you manifest, it'll happen. A big part of manifestation is because you're telling yourself, you're so zoned into what you want to do. And because you're telling yourself, you can do it. And are there energies in the universe? Yes. People think manifestation is just about that. Manifestation is because you're so zoned in that you're doing everything you have to do constantly and consistently. That's what makes it happen. You manifest yourself because it's hard work.
Yeah. And a lot of people, they just think it's going to come to them like some magic genie.
Oh, yeah. And it won't. But
like
the thing is that sometimes it does for some people.
The ideas do.
And they do. But sometimes people will have, it's almost like blinding, where some people do get this crazy opportunity and then they blow up so fast.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's people behind that. Someone gave you that opportunity, but they own that opportunity. Yeah. So when you didn't build it yourself, you may have blown up to this, but now if you want to go higher, or you want to own yourself again, because right now, if you blow up super fast, it's because of other people or management companies or agencies or blah, blah, blah. If they were gone, you wouldn't be here anymore. You're here because of them. And so I think there are opportunities where all of a sudden some people are spoon fed. But the problem is, when the spoon is gone,
yeah, how are you going to feed yourself?
Now you're stuck. And I've seen this happen. I've worked with so many incredible artists that I love them all so much. But I've seen, especially in the old school rap game, like a lot of them, and it breaks my heart to see that we listen to their music all the time, and they're not dripping in money at all. And it's a fucked up system. And it's a fucked up system, and that's something where I've spoken to a lot of them, and they had managers, when they were first upcoming, and it was really big. And then when all of a sudden things start to kind of die down, they were never taught how to do everything, basically. Like, you can still, so if my suggestion is that, like, for me as a model, I built everything myself. Yeah. And I learned the game.
You have to.
It's the best way. Mm-hmm. But if you are going into especially in the entertainment industry, if you're with an agency or management or anything, make sure you're learning every step they're giving you. Mm-hmm. Because if they're gone, you won't know how to stay even where you're at, which is why people drop down. So it's always, if you get to another level because of another entity, another something, learn it so that then if they are gone, Make sure you can still do it today.
You can still be you.
Yep. If you lost this studio, you don't do it. Go do it in a new studio because you knew how to get this.
Yeah.
If I built everything I have, so no matter what changes,
I'm gonna figure it out.
I'm still already here because I know how I got here, and I can literally do it all the time over again in my sleep.
And that's why I think it's important that what you just said is very important, but it's also important to make sure that you never forget where you started.
Yep.
Like,
yeah,
because people will get comfortable with where they are.
Oh my God! Can we talk about a local celebrity? I mean, bitch, you know how stupid it is when people get to an event and they're like, "You don't know who I am. I'm not gonna wait in line." I'm like, "Bitch, if you have to say that, you ain't the bitch you think you are."
Exactly.
How? But I'm not gonna ridiculous.
I mean, I get some arrogance sometimes because people play with you.
People play with you, but then you have to handle yourself in a business sense. And then if someone plays with you once,
not like the way that you're saying, do you know who I am? Not that way, but like it goes back to what you saying, like knowing your worth.
Yeah.
Like don't undersell yourself.
Yeah, don't undersell yourself. And also like say you go somewhere and you're like, I'm not waiting in line. For me, if I'm hosting an event, I'm not waiting in line. But I talk to the promoters beforehand and I say, hey, I'm going to be leaving work as soon as I get there. I'll let you know. And then you can come get me and go inside. Yeah. And they're like, sure. Okay, cool. Once you establish that, there's no issue. Yeah. But if people are standing outside, they're like, you don't know who I am, blah, blah, blah.
I don't like those people.
If there's an issue, you handle yourself professionally and you realize I'm no longer going to do this event with these people anymore. And then that's it. Accordingly. You don't need to scream and holler. You just dip and it's their loss. There we go. And then you
know what the issue is? I think a lot of shows and like entertainment media shows that's how you get what you want.
Yeah, that too. You're right.
And that's why some people don't know how to act with decorum when they're out in public.
And that's I mean, either you're going to learn and see that you're not going to move forward or
you're not going anywhere.
Or you're just gonna
gotta learn how to act.
Keep doing some fuck shit.
You are the brand. I think a lot of people forget that you are the brand, and when you're doing these things, you have to operate as such.
You definitely do. You have to be careful with how you move, who you network with. There's a lot of politics. Especially in the Bay. In the Bay, we're hustlers, but we're street. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of hood politics. Yeah. There's a lot of if you work with someone, be careful who you work with. Blah blah blah. For me, I respect everyone that I work with. And again, if there's someone that I don't want to work with because I'm not with an agency, I'm myself, then I just won't work with them.
We talked about that before, and I love that. You still hold that.
Yeah, it's
up there.
Good business is what gets you forward. Yeah. It's really strong. But again, working hard does not mean good business. Yep. Business is a lot. It's networking. It's follow-up. It's building the right connections.
I'm still learning the follow-up. Carrie just said there's money in the follow-up. So
the money is all in the follow-up. Like, and you start realizing that because you go to the next levels. You start seeing that follow-up is everything because especially nowadays, we're not bird brain people, but like we have a short attention span because we're always able to do things constantly.
The tip of your hands.
Yep. So if you wait 2 days to respond to something, there's already someone else in that slot. Yeah. So you just have to follow up.
I was looking at my spam folder, right? I just randomly be looking at it. And I thought, oh my God, these motherfuckers is consistent. Like every day is a new. I said, oh, I'm slacking. Yeah, I need to be like them. But like, I don't know if you guys have ever done this. So like, try it. Go if you're an entrepreneur, go through your spam folder and see how many times these spam accounts will spam you. Like they are consistent.
They are consistent.
I need to be like them.
Yep.
Like I need to be in the motherfucking DMs. Like, hey,
listen.
Hey.
That's the best way because you can ask 30 times, and if you get one yes, that's a win.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Like so you sound like my mentors.
Yeah, but I mean, it's true. You just have to keep going because sometimes that one yes is going to also be a huge opportunity compared to 5 yeses or 10 yeses. But you just have to keep going. Always love what you do. And for me, I always am very keen on having people understand that you can be a model and you can do business.
Honey.
Yes, and I'm very happy that I never listened to anybody's advice that I could not do both, because now that I'm in the next level of business, the higher side of business, I work with them, and then I'll tell them, oh, I also I do have my business page, but I have my modeling page where I do plus size modeling, and then this is my following, and they're like, oh my God, wow, yeah, let's definitely do something.
Combining.
Yeah, so now they're combining because they know me.
Yeah.
I've established that, I'm not, and it's not that people that do photo shoots are risque or like floozies or just dumb broads, right? I mean, there's a lot of dumb bitches out there, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a dumb bitch. And so when I meet business owners and we do business, and then I bring that up, there's a right way to do it. And then they're like, oh my God, yeah, wow. Like, so I have big wine producers now, and bar owners, whiskey producers that love when I post their stuff, or we're going to do a lot of things together.
Watch you be a spokesperson.
Yeah. Well, see, for spokesperson, I've been offered a lot. But my thing is, again, time is money.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to go all in for a brand, it's mine.
Better be so. Oh, okay. And that's all right.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That was that's a good.
So would it be easier to go for someone else's brand that's established? Yeah.
Sure.
And is that a way? Yeah. But for me, my time is money. And if I'm going to invest my time, I'm going to own it because it's mine. Yep. Because at the end of the day, like we had talked about, if you take away management or everything else, would you still be where you're at?
Yep.
With a brand? If all of a sudden you build up this brand that is not yours, and then they leave, now you're just someone who used to talk about that brand or who built it up, but it's not yours.
Yeah, and they don't know you.
And you're going to be replaced by someone else. Yeah. So for me, I'm building something where I cannot be replaced because I own it. And so
it's a legacy to have.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
All right. So I do want to be respectful of your time. We are going to wrap it up. Are there any last words you would like to share with the audience?
Make sure you love what you do. Even when things get hard, you have to love every day. If I think a lot of people hold themselves back because of other people's opinions don't matter. In elementary school, something, horrible might have happened, and it would have ruined my week, my month. I don't remember what that is. What's bothering you right now, you won't remember it in 4 months, It's so temporary. So just enjoy every day and work hard. If you're someone who doesn't work hard, that's okay. If you're a bitch that wants sugar daddies, then be the best sugar baby you can be. You know what I mean?
Like do it well.
Yeah. And if you wanna hustle your ass off, stay consistent. If you want to build your brand, stay true to who you are, network hard. Just if you want to do something, do it. And if you're just someone who likes to exist, then exist. Enjoy just to exist. That's okay too. There's no rules to life as long as you live it. Literally, the goal is don't fucking die. Yeah, so if you didn't fucking die, that's great. Keep enjoying what you're doing here.
One step at a time.
It's simple.
Okay. And tell them where to find you, please.
You can find me on Instagram at Chantizzlers, Chantizzlers. I also have my Instagram at Wine Whiskey Happiness. And then you'll see a lot more of me on other platforms too, because I'll be building. You gonna see it on buildings and shit. Yeah.
I love it.
So It's in the works.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
As always, please like, share, comment, subscribe to all of her platforms. Thank you guys for being here. See you guys next time. Thank you so much.